People are tired of Maxine Waters representing them for 35 years and not achieving anything in 35 years. She's failed me my entire life. I'm only 28 years of age. She's failed me my entire life. That is sad to say that your own representative has failed you your entire life. Beautiful. Like, this is your home. That's amazing right here. But it's not in the district. The people that are in the district are struggling, are suffering. You have homelessness. You have a lot of poverty. You have a lot of broken communities. The black community is broken. The Hispanic community is broken. The Asian community is broken. The white community is broken. Why is it broken? Because people who are politicians in our own districts are not doing anything to fix any of the issues that are going on. I'm running for Congress because I care about cleaning up the parks. If people go outside, let's say you're in a community that's so broken. Let's say you want to go to a nice park. Let's say you want to go to a nice park. Well, you can't go to a nice park because you have gangbangers in that park who can kill kids, who can hurt kids. I mean, this is what communities that I want my kids to go to. I feel safe here. But a lot of kids in those communities like Inglewood, like Hawthorne, they don't feel safe to go in the parks. They don't feel safe. They are not safe.
We're sitting here getting ready to watch the footage of the mariachi band that Omar Navarro had in the background going. You got to love when you have a press conference with the mariachi band in the background. I love it. I love mariachi bands. Omar Navarro, of course, is running for office out in California. I'm very excited about having him with us, and he's been going out and getting a lot of publicity going out at the houses and in workplaces of the Democrats that are always doing this to Republicans or libertarians, but get really upset when we do it. He's a small business owner and has also worked with many Fortune 500 companies. He earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice. He's also assisted victims of crimes in Los Angeles District Attorney's Office. Omar is a coordinator for the Unified Small Business Alliance Outreach Program. In 2012, Omar was an advocate against the redistricting commission maps for gerrymandering. He serves as a local traffic commissioner in the city of Torrance, California. Follow him at Twitter at Press GOP, at Omar Navarro on YouTube, and Press GOP on Instagram. And Omar, you're running for office. Tell us about that. You're running for Congress in the 43rd district. And I think we just lost his Skype as we prepared to go to him. We'll get him back up on Skype. But I tell you, it's who he's running against, obviously, is the big issue here. And whether he wins or not, and he ran before, didn't he, and almost won, he's educating people and injecting real issues, so he's winning by resisting. He's a young guy. Even if he doesn't win this one, he's going to end up getting into Congress.
Well, I like the fact that you mentioned his age. You know, we're the same age. We were both born in 1989, and I'm just so proud to see people that are my age making a difference out there, caring about their communities, finally starting to have an impact on this world. You know, we can't sit around in our parents' basements forever playing video games or, you know, smoking pot or whatever all these kids are doing my age, complaining about this, that, or the other thing, or, you know, complaining about how great they have it in America. No, we're actually out here trying to make an impact.
I was about to say, the whole Globalist program is about arresting the development of humans, men particularly. It isn't about race. It's about, because we're all human, it's about arresting development. And then adults who are like, you know, 30, 40 years old, treat 25-year-olds like they're kids. Thomas Jefferson was writing the Declaration of Independence before he was 30. People used to be married by the time they were 16. They had huge empires by the time they were 20. I mean, Alexander the Great launched his whole operation when he was like 15 years old, died when he was like 28 or whatever it is. The point is, it's this arrested development. I was politically involved when I was 17. I had a access show when I was 21. I had a radio show when I was 21. I was syndicated by 23. I was on over 100 radio stations by 26. And I built this whole thing. Now I'm 43. That's what I'm supposed to do. Now I'm in the old silverback mode, ready to really be the leader.
Well,
imagine most people, oh, you're a man now, you're 40. No, I was crushing globalists when I was 25.
People are so beat down by the system that by the time they're of the age of like 23 or 24 and it's time to go out and create something on their own, they're so beat down by the system. They're told they're victims. They're
fake college, the debts, all of it.
Yeah, burnout on prescription pills. So that's why I was so glad when I was introduced to Omar Navarro, as he's about to join us again, and saw that he was my age. He's making a difference. He's ready to make an impact.
You're 27 or 28?
27.
Yeah. Well, let's go to him. Omar, you've run before and got really good numbers. You're really polling good now. Wow, this is exciting. Tell us who you're running against, as if it isn't obvious.
Yeah, my name's Omar Navarro. I'm challenging Maxine Waters in the 43rd Congressional District. First of all, I want to thank you guys for having me and for giving me a platform on InfoWars. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
We appreciate you taking action.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about yourself, what you've been doing. I mean, a lot of folks love you in California, but now you're branching out.
Yeah.
You've got a shot at beating this gangster.
Yeah, I've been going out. I'm active. I'm involved, and I'm engaging with the community. I'm talking to a lot of people. I have a huge volunteer base that's been helping out the campaign. Our name is going out there. We're going viral. We're setting an example in the state of California. We're fighting the globalists. We're fighting this liberal agenda, this communist agenda that is going on here that's destroying the state of California. We're making sure we're going to do everything possible to take back the state and make sure that we're taking these people out and making sure that we're doing everything to fight for our own communities.
Well, keep laying out why you decided to run, why you're doing this, and how you're getting so much attention, because you're really a model of somebody who's grassroots funding and grassroots really putting up some impressive numbers. I mean, I've seen some numbers of where you're just 5-10 points in striking range of her.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying this, and a lot of this information is going out there. Because we're active, we're involved. If you're going to be lazy and you're not going to do anything, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get any numbers. You're not going to get any improvement. We have to stay active. We have to stay engaged. That's the only way of getting the message out there. People are tired of seeing gangbangers in their parks. People are tired of seeing streets not being paved in the state of California. People are tired of Maxine Waters representing them for 35 years and not achieving anything in 35 years. You know, she's failed me my entire life. I'm only 28 years of age. She's failed me my entire life. That is sad to say that your own representative has failed you your entire life.
Absolutely. And what do you make, though, of Kathy Griffin coming out with this bloody head? It's so graphic. She didn't go as far as a lot of hosts and people saying actually kill Trump or let's organize, let's kill Trump. I don't think what she did was criminal. It was very distasteful. But why are people finally standing up and finally getting mad? Because I saw a tipping point the last few weeks where people now aren't buying any of the BS from MSM.
Yeah, they're realizing they're waking up. They're noticing that they can't no longer drink that Kool-Aid. That's what's happening. People are so tired of these actors and all this false media, the fake media, making all these lies and not really achieving anything. I mean, you have my campaign where they turned around and took my announcement in front of Maxine Waters' house, and they turned it as in there were protesters in front of her house. There wasn't protesters. It was an announcement from my campaign in front of her house. But the media is trying to twist it in a different way. That's what they do. If the media really wanted, like some of these outlets that are out there, if they really want Maxine Waters out, they would put my platform out there. They would make sure they do everything possible and Maxine doesn't get reelected. But I believe they're conspiring. They're conspiring with Maxine Waters to help her.
Well, of course they are. And we've got the Republican establishment trying to shoot down Trump, putting out all this Russia propaganda, also claiming he's senile. But it just isn't working. What do you expect them to do next if they're not successful in this summer of rage Soros is trying to fund?
Well, first of all, when I went out to Berkeley and I saw all these Antifa thugs attacking people, that was wrong. What they're doing is they try to censor people's free speech. They don't respect the Constitution. They don't respect Americans. They want a hostile takeover our country to impose communism. They don't respect freedom. My family escaped 2 different countries. One country with corruption, Mexico. The other country, Cuba, communism. They escaped those countries for a reason. They left those countries for a reason, but they came here legally. They didn't break any laws. And I think what's happening here, especially in the state of California, all immigrants get bundled up all together. And they're treated as if they were all illegals. What about the legal immigrants? What about the legal immigrants that obeyed the laws, that paid the fines, the fees, everything that is imposed when you're coming into the country?
And the Democrats don't want that. They want a permanent underclass, and the Republican establishment as well to exploit it. Exactly. We need people that come from Cuba because they understand tyranny and don't want to live under it. We need, but then instead people now come here from tyrannies like communist China or Eastern Europe, and then they recreate it. They reconstruct it. Don't they understand you fled this because it's bad? Don't make this country like it. It's not about what color somebody is. It's what they're espousing. We lost his Skype again, the miracle of Skype. But Owen Shroyer continuing, he's back. Owen continuing along that line.
Well, and I think that Omar can also preach to this. I think that it's gone from a state of people wanting to come to this country seeking independence.
To get away from the socialism, now they want to come here because this is the biggest paycheck.
That was the mindset. It used to be, I'm going to go to America because I want to be independent. I want to control my own destiny. I want to be an American. Now it's, I want to go to America. I want to be dependent. I want to get a handout. out, and that's the state of California.
It's wild. That's so genius. Here it is. It's wild, wild west versus nanny state. And here's the deal. Nanny states create a bunch of wimps and collapse. Yeah, we're wild, wild west, baby. Don't come here if you don't want it. Sorry, go ahead. Omar?
That's the thing. People don't understand that you have to respect the nation's laws. I mean, we have an immigration process that is so broken, especially it's broken outside the country. People are not respecting our country when they come in here illegally. I mean, they want to turn California like Tijuana, and that's not okay. We have to make sure that we're fighting against all this corruption that is going on in the state of California.
Let me ask you this, that when you talk to illegals, don't they get the equation like you're fleeing Mexico, but then you want to come here and follow the same socialist, corrupt, big party machine, El Jefe, Maxine Waters, Dianne Feinstein garbage?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're following the same status quo that's not helping out our communities. They're following the same thing that they escaped from in the first place. That's what's happening. I mean, they need to realize, they need to wake up and realize, and they are, a lot of them are. I mean, I had a guy that drove all the way from Berkeley, a reformed Democrat who was on Antifa side, who came down to my event and, came down a piece of InfoWars too. He saw me on InfoWars, which was great. And he drove all the way from Berkeley to Torrance to see me, to see what I had to say. This is what's happening right now. People are waking up. People are waking up.
That's key. I never talk about this enough, but I've been told this by Cernovich. I've been told this by people in Hollywood. I've been told this by a lot of folks. They say, listen, the professors and the liberals, they're all the old original liberals that meant well, were somewhat misguided, just like Republicans can be. They're tired of this cult where a professor says, no, we can't have no whites weekend at the college. That's racist. Then they want him fired. The left, even like Seinfeld going, his daughter says, hey, we're going to move back to New York so you can, meet more boys. We're out here in the country. There's no people. She goes, oh, my gosh, girls with boys is sexist. And he's like, what is this, a cult? I mean, it's gotten so bad that I'm told, and I see the demographics, a lot of our new listeners are actually leftist. I even get told by leftist writers and reporters, oh, we really like what you're doing. We know you're not racist or all this stuff. We just have to write this or we get fired. We actually like what you're doing. So they see us as the rock stars because we're free. Because they're still working for the Daily Beast or whatever. Go ahead, Omar.
That's what's happening. We have to make sure that we're representing all Americans. It's time for us to represent all Americans, especially in Congress. Maxine Waters is going out, opening her mouth every step of the way, and it's helping me in a lot of ways. By
the way, there's only one person seems more senile than her, and that's Nancy Pelosi, who literally like 8 times keeps saying George W. Bush in 8 different events is still the president 8.5 years later. And then she keeps saying, and then she goes, oh, his name's, I'll play the latest video coming up. She doesn't even know, she can't even say Trump.
Yeah, and Nancy Pelosi also was confused at how Trump didn't take his first foreign trip in alphabetical order. I don't know if you've heard that clip.
He was supposed to go to Antarctica first.
Yeah, he should have gone to Antarctica, discovered why the earth is really flat. Come on, guys. But, what's amazing to me about what Omar, and she really said that.
She's like, Putin has invaded Antarctica.
It's a litmus test, Alex. And we talked about this. I came on the show with you months ago. We talked about the Trump test. It's the same kind of thing that's going on right now in the 43rd District of California, which is Maxine Waters versus Omar Navarro in 2018. Who in their right mind is going to vote for Maxine Waters? This is a woman who doesn't live in the district. This is a woman who's clearly off of her rocker. This is a woman in 35 years in government, hasn't helped the district at all, compared to Omar Navarro, who actually understands the community.
Lives there, got away from communism, has a great company.
This should be he should walk away with this thing. It should not even be close. And I wish more.
Exactly. You've got the old, horrible, senile, entrenched, crazy lady versus a real American. Throw her ass out.
And I'm telling you, and more people are starting to see it. Shiva is starting to see it on the East Coast. More people are starting to see this. Look what Omar Navarro is doing. This is how you get a name in the hat. This is how you drain.
He's running. He ran once, got a lot. Now he may win this time. You just keep doing it, doing it.
He's going to win. He's going to win. He will win.
So that's why I'm running.
Omar, I interrupted. You were saying that she's really helping you with the cockamamie stuff she's saying.
I mean, she is helping me in such a big way. I mean, she's going out there, opening her mouth in a lot of ways. She's not helping herself out. What she's doing is also making herself look like a fool on national TV. That's benefiting me and my campaign. We're going out into the community while she's not even noticing what she's doing. All she does is oppose the president, but she's not noticing the needs of her own community, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm addressing the needs.
I'd like to challenge Trump. He ought to come to California to support you and other folks that are running against Democrats.
Well, and you saw the announcement that Corey Lewandowski made. He basically said, get on the Trump train if you're a Republican or prepare to lose. That's the deal. And Donald Trump has the power of the stump right now. He can get out and he can say, hey, look, here are local candidates that are coming up for the midterm elections. Here are the ones that are on my team. Here are the ones that want to make America.
Yeah, if Trump really wants to dominate, he's got his true victory will be bringing in governors, legislators, and everybody else. I know he's just so busy with his main focus up there under attack. It's just that if he created an office, I know they already have it, but the Republican Party's sabotaging it, his own presidential office of outreach, he could just tweet and have press conferences every few weeks with folks like Navarro. Game over, we win.
It's over.
He takes that energy he's got and just gives it to Navarro. It's over.
What's your confidence level right now, Omar? Mine is high.
Yeah, my confidence has been high for a while now. Just the amount of support that I've been receiving financially, people just coming out and helping me in the campaign. What we're doing right now, we're doing things that are not being done in the state of California by weak Republicans who have failed us miserably. They're not doing anything. But what we're doing here in the 43rd Congressional District, we're setting a standard. We're setting a standard that these politicians can't stay in there and not do anything. It's time for us to wake them up. I'm going to shake up some cages here. That's what I'm doing right now in the state of California. I'm fighting for every American, not just Republicans and Democrats. I'm fighting for every American. It's time to drain the swamp and reclaim the state of California.
And I've said that 1,000 times. The real draining is at the county, city, and district level, congressional level. I mean, we got to do it at the state level. We got to do it congressionally. This is where you do it.
And luckily, as Omar was saying, the swamp creatures are showing themselves on national TV every day.
They're so arrogant, they don't even know what planet they're on.
See, and this is the difference, too. You can kind of see the difference between a Dianne Feinstein and a Nancy Pelosi, where Dianne Feinstein, you know what, she might have a little bit left in the head, enough to say, I'm not going to go on TV every day and bash the president. That's probably a bad idea for my campaign coming up in the midterms. Where Nancy Pelosi is such a dingbat, she doesn't even know what's going on. I mean, probably really has a serious problem like dementia.
Yeah, no, it's not funny. I've had family with Alzheimer's, and it's sad, but she can't be.
But what are we going to do, Alex? They put her in the ring.
I say let them do what they're doing. Just let them do what they're doing.
Do you agree, Omar, that the Democrats are committing suicide as a party?
Well, they are committing suicide. They've been committing suicide with the Latino and the Hispanic community, within the Black community, within the Asian community, every freaking community. They've been destroying themselves. They're not doing anything. They're simply just walking on themselves, and they're not realizing that they're not serving what they're doing. They're not doing anything. And what people are waking up. People have been waking up. If you walk around, you talk to people, you knock doors, you have events, you invite people, meet and greets, you stay involved and engaged. You realize that we have a strong opportunity here in the 43rd Congressional District. This is the model. This is the model. The model that's going to wake
these establishment arrogant fossils that don't even know what planet they're on, that think, islands are floating and all the rest of it. We got to call the Pelosi's and the Waters out. I want to come back with that intro we've got of dumb Democrats. I forget the exact name. I mean, to see Pelosi and Waters. I mean, these women are on other planets, man, and it's dangerous. And they're calling Trump senile. They got to run circles around all of us. Stay with us.
What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com.